Socrate Mind, timeless master of practical wisdom, reveals a revolutionary truth. Most people overestimate what they can accomplish in a day, but dramatically underestimate what they can achieve in 6 months. These 180 days represent the perfect sweet spot for an absolute transformation of your entire life. Why precisely 6 months? A year is too long, diluting motivation and allowing procrastination to settle in like an insidious shadow. But 6 months offer an ideal and magical balance, long enough to achieve massive and visible results, yet short enough to maintain daily excitement and unwavering commitment. Socrate Mind strongly insisted. 6 months are the alchemical crucible where mediocrity melts away like snow in the sun, and excellence is forged with surgical precision. Imagine this concretely. By meticulously planning these 180 days, you can double your annual income, sculpt an athletic and resilient body, launch a successful business generating passive income, or rebuild authentic and enriching relationships. The key lies in this realistic and benevolent urgency. You absolutely cannot postpone a single action, as time flies at a breathtaking speed, but you have exactly the space needed to build solid and unshakable foundations. Start tonight by visualizing your transformed life in 6 months. A confident you radiating energy, financially prosperous with a swollen bank account, in peak physical and mental health, surrounded by positive and inspiring relationships. Write down the precise and concrete details without any ambiguity. No vague aspirations like being vaguely happy, but tangible and measurable goals like earning an additional 50,000 euros through an online side business. Socrate Mind observed with legitimate astonishment that most people spend infinitely more time planning their next insignificant vacation than meticulously architecting their own grand lives. Endless hours choosing a mediocre hotel, yet 0 minutes invested in designing a prosperous and fulfilling future. Isn't it absolutely incredible and pathetic? You, on the other hand, are ready to radically reverse this destructive trend right now. Socrate Mind proclaimed with undeniable authority. A clear and detailed plan is your infallible compass to absolute greatness. Without it, you navigate blindly in an ocean of regrets and missed opportunities. Over the next 6 months, become uncompromisingly the visionary architect of your exceptional destiny. Start this very evening without waiting a second. Take a blank sheet of paper and precisely describe, word for word, your ideal life in exactly 180 days. Increase my net income by 40% by launching a profitable online side business. Read 12 transformative books on leadership and personal growth. Lose 20 kilos of excess fat through a structured and scientifically proven diet. And travel to a new inspiring city to broaden my horizons. Absolutely avoid vague and ineffective generalities like being happy in a vague way that only produces fuzzy and disappointing results. Socrate Mind insisted with absolute firmness. Clear and crystal goals generate clear and brilliant results, while confusion breeds chaos. Visualize every sensory detail with vivid intensity. Feel the fresh money arriving in your bank account. Sense the lightened weight and overflowing energy of your transformed body. Taste the deep pride of tangible accomplishments. This daily practice, validated by the latest advances in neuroscience, reprograms your powerful subconscious to attract these realities like an irresistible magnet. Over these precious 180 days, this clarity creates a benevolent and motivating urgency. You will never procrastinate again, for the triumphant horizon is near and palpable. Socrate Mind emphasized with masterful clarity that 6 months instill a realistic and well-measured urgency, the perfect and inexhaustible fuel for total transformation. Too short for paralyzing boredom, too long for destructive hesitation. It is the ideal and strategic balance that propels champions. You cannot procrastinate for a single second. 180 days fly by at a breathtaking and merciless speed. But you have exactly the time needed for substantial and lasting changes that will redefine your being. Socrate Mind explained profoundly. Urgency without panic forges invincible and eternal champions. Imagine this uncompromisingly. If you continue exactly as you are now in your mediocre routine, where will you be in 6 months? Even frustrating and repetitive stagnation? Absolutely not. These months will become your spectacular and unforgettable rebirth. The fundamental and immutable principle: success always leaves clear and valuable clues. Great achievers do not do 4,000 scattered things, but 6 to 7 essential actions repeated 4,000 times with absolute consistency. Repetition is the benevolent mother of supreme skill. Consistency, the robust father of lasting success. Apply this from the dawn of tomorrow without exception. First key: absolute clarity already anchored in your mind. Second, your powerful life philosophy. It is not what happens to you randomly that defines you forever, but your strategic and resilient response. Socrate Mind eloquently quoted, "It is not the capricious wind that decides your victorious direction, but the precise and determined adjustment of your sails." Over 6 months, adopt an unwavering growth mindset. Every obstacle becomes an invaluable and transformative lesson. Third key: selective and powerful associations. You are the exact average of the 5 people you associate with most intensely. Socrate Mind taught with unparalleled depth that your life philosophy precisely determines how you handle unforeseen events. It is not what happens chaotically that shapes you for eternity, but your strategic and unwavering response. Over 6 months, uncompromisingly adopt this winning philosophy. Success is neither magical nor mysterious, but the natural and inevitable result of fundamentals applied consistently with iron discipline. Easy to do, like reading 10 inspiring pages a day, but just as easy to omit out of laziness. Choose the path of excellence. Socrate Mind cleverly compared: the wind does not steer your ship, your precisely adjusted sails do. Apply this everywhere. When facing a professional setback, analyze coldly, pivot intelligently, move forward stronger. This mindset transforms every obstacle into a propelling springboard towards unprecedented heights. Over 180 days, build unshakable resilience through a daily philosophical journal. Today, I responded with unwavering inner strength. Third key: the power of selective associations. You are the exact average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Over 6 months, ruthlessly audit your relationships. Who elevates your vital energy? Who drains it like a vampire? Drastically increase the inspiring. Join masterminds of ambitious entrepreneurs, and radically decrease chronic energy drainers. Socrate Mind firmly advised, love toxic people from a distance to preserve your sacred fire. Concrete example: surround yourself with successful entrepreneurs, and your income will explode by 40% in 180 days. Fourth key: the discipline of sacred documentation. Become the serious and rigorous student of your own life through an impeccable daily journal. Over 6 months, track everything precisely: quantified progress, deep insights, minor adjustments. A small daily routine drastically changes your life. 10 pages read per day equals 1,800 pages absorbed equals 7 transformative books that redefine your worldview. Socrate Mind proclaimed with absolute conviction. Formal education leads to a modest existence. Self-education forges a colossal and eternal fortune. For 6 months, invest massively and without regret in yourself. Transformative books, premium online courses, personalized coaching from elite mentors. Most people spend €100 on a fleeting dinner without a second thought, yet hesitate to invest the same amount in a seminar or a book that could revolutionize their entire life. Isn't that absolutely fascinating and revealing? Socrate Mind insisted. Those who are precisely where you aspire to be know exactly what you still do not know. Learn it without delay. Concrete and immediate budget. Allocate €100 per month dedicated to your personal growth. Guaranteed result. Skills tripled, income doubled, exponential confidence in just 180 days. Example. An employee investing in a leadership course moves from middle management to director in 6 months. Sixth key, the miracle of incrementalism, the true alchemy of success. Small, constant, and repeated changes produce massive and irreversible results over time. Socrate Mind revealed the precise calculation. If you improve just 1% each day for 180 days, you'll be 180% better than your starting point. That's the explosive component power. Don't wait for the mythical, perfect moment for a dramatic change. Start small, but relentless today. Practical example. 1 minute of daily meditation, 3 hours accumulated per month multiplied mental clarity. Socrate Mind emphasized, success is built on 1,000 tiny decisions made correctly, day after day, week after week, month after month. Over 6 months, apply this everywhere. 10 minutes of daily exercise equals transformed body. 5 networking calls per day equals expanded network. 100 words written equals complete book. Seventh key, the power of bold goals. Most set goals that are too small based on their current limits. Aim for those that slightly scare you. If your goals don't intimidate you, they aren't big enough. Socrate Mind hammered with contagious energy. Small goals lead to a tiny and frustrating life. Always aim for those that slightly scare you to make them truly powerful. Over 6 months, write down 5 giant and terrifying goals that stretch your limits. Achieve an additional €100,000 in income, run a full marathon, launch a 6-figure business. Most set targets based on what they think they can accomplish. Socrate Mind demanded. Base them on what you deeply desire in your soul. But here's the master key. Break these monsters down into tiny, executable daily actions. Success is not in occasional heroic gestures, but in relentless daily consistency. Example. Millionaire in 180 days translates to 10 prospect calls per day without exception. Over 180 days, this generates exponential networking and income. Eighth key, absolute mastery of your environment, which inspires or drains your inner fire. Socrate Mind proclaimed, you don't change your destination overnight, but your direction, yes, immediately. Over 6 months, consciously design your space. Clean your desk to perfection. Organize your home like a productivity temple. Stick inspiring photos of your heroes on the walls. Create a dedicated sanctuary where energy flows freely. No clutter, no digital distractions. Example. A writer tidies their minimalist space. Their output triples in 180 days. Control your digital environment. Turn off notifications, block toxic sites during sacred focus hours. Ninth key, elevate your standards to elitist levels. Your life always gravitates towards the level of your relentless demands. Healthy relationships, optimal health, high income, scalable business. Reject mediocrity everywhere. 10th key, daily rituals that shape your destiny. Wake up an hour earlier each day equals 180 extra hours of pure productivity, equivalent to 4 weeks of intensive work. Socrate Mind insisted, don't count the days, make them count with fierce intensity. Concrete rituals, 10 minutes of meditation, 20 pages of reading, 30 minutes of exercise, chained together for unstoppable momentum. Socrate Mind asserted with unwavering authority. Your life always faithfully follows the direction of your standards. Raise them relentlessly, and your existence will rise to meet them. For 6 months, categorically refuse mediocrity in every area. Demand authentic and nourishing relationships, peak physical and mental health, skyrocketing income, and a scalable, dominant business. If you lower your standards, your life will amenably descend to align with them. This is the inexorable law of personal attraction. Socrate Mind explained deep psychology. We always live up to our expectations. Expect little, receive little. Demand much, reap abundantly. For 180 days, declare daily, I demand absolute excellence for myself in everything. Example, a manager raises their relational standards. Their network doubles, their opportunities triple. 10th key, daily rituals, true sculptors of destiny. Your life is shaped by what you do every day, not occasionally. Socrate Mind prescribed, wake up an hour earlier without fail equals 180 extra hours of pure focus, equivalent to over 7 weeks of intensive work. Specific rituals, 10 minutes of meditation upon waking, 20 pages of inspiring reading, 30 minutes of vigorous exercise, evening planning. Don't count the days. Make them count with unquenchable fervor. These ritual chains create automatic and invincible momentum. 11th key, powerful and transformative accountability. When you are accountable to someone, your performance skyrockets. For 6 months, find an accountability partner or join a weekly mastermind. Share specific goals, report concrete progress, celebrate collective victories. Socrate Mind revealed, we do more to avoid disappointing others than to elevate ourselves alone. Example, an accountability duo doubles results in 180 days. 12th key, the power of recovery. Inevitable setbacks. Recover within 24 hours max through cold analysis and immediate action. 13th key, laser focus. 14th, celebrate progress. 15th, contribute value. Socrate Mind emphasized, high standards plus rituals plus accountability equals unstoppable transformation machine. Apply this, and 6 months will forge a titan. Socrate Mind taught with ancestral wisdom. Setbacks are inevitable on the path to triumph. The key is not to avoid them, but to recover with lightning speed and steel resilience. Over 6 months, prepare mentally. Every fall is temporary. Every rise makes you invincible. Success equals getting up one more time than the falls. 12th key, the power of recovery. Post-setback ritual. Analyze coldly in 15 minutes. What? Why? How to correct? Then take immediate action within the hour. Example, failed pitch, revise, try again tomorrow. In 180 days, this transforms failures into exponential fuel. 13th key, laser focus, the supreme weapon. Where focus goes, energy flows inevitably. Be productive, not busy. Priorities only, no distractions. Over 6 months, list 3 essential tasks per day. Execute them before noon. Socrate Mind. Motivation launches, habit propels, discipline maintains. Build lifelong habits. Discipline fleeting motivation. 14th key. Celebrating progress. Motivational fuel. Most wait until the end to celebrate. A fatal mistake. Over 180 days, ritualize. Weekly rewards, dinner, movie, for milestones achieved. Celebration anchors joy, boosts momentum. Study success. Read biographies, listen to podcasts, attend seminars. Become a voracious student of triumph. 15th key. Contribution as crowning glory. Success without added value equals cosmic void. Give. Mentoring, free content, community help. The more you give, the more the universe returns multiplied. Socrate Mind. Income rarely exceeds personal development. Learn more, earn infinitely more. Over 6 months, invest in education. New skills equals value x 10. Socrate Mind summarized. Recovery plus focus plus celebration equals invincible resilience. These tools transform storms into favorable winds. Socrate Mind proclaimed, success without contribution is an empty and fleeting triumph. The 15th key is to massively add value to others. Over 6 months, find concrete ways. Free mentoring for ambitious youth, creating inspiring YouTube content, volunteering in the local community. The more value you create for others, the more invaluable and attractive you become. Socrate Mind revealed. Your income rarely caps beyond your personal development. Learn voraciously, earn exponentially. Example: a blogger contributing daily reaches 100K followers, passive income in 180 days. The 16th key, the power of quick decisions. Success equals swift decisions, slow changes. Failures equals the opposite. Over 6 months, become decisive. Weigh options for a maximum of 5 seconds, then act. Every decision today shapes tomorrow. Socrate Mind. Decisions made today determine your position 6 months later. Example: business opportunity? Accept within 24 hours. Results multiply. The 17th key. The power of gratitude, the invisible alchemist. Gratitude transforms what you have into abundant sufficiency. Daily journal. 3 things to be grateful for. 540 moments in 6 months. Socrate Mind. What you appreciate appreciates and multiplies. Appreciate progress, challenges, opportunities, abundance flows. The 18th key. Optional growth, but inevitable if chosen. To change things, change yourself. To improve, improve yourself. Do not wish for ease. Become better. Over 180 days, read 1 book/week. Learn new skills/month. Socrate Mind. The only competition is yourself. Be 1% better each day. These final keys, contribution, decisions, gratitude, seal transformation. Give, decide, appreciate. A personal empire emerges. Socrates' Mind concludes masterfully. In 6 months, you will arrive precisely somewhere. Triumphantly choose where. The next 180 days are hidden in your current daily routine. Radically change it starting today. Infallible plan synthesis. 1. Absolute clarity. Precise written goals. 2. Winning philosophy. Respond victoriously to events. 3. Associations. Only inspiring ones. 4. Documentation. Daily journal. 5. Investment. €100 per month in growth. 6. Incrementalism. 1% per day. 7. Bold goals. Scary broken down. 8. Controlled environment. Productive sanctuary. 9. High standards. excellence everywhere. 10. Rituals, 1 hour early/day. 11. Accountability, partner/mastermind. 12. Recovery, bounce back in 24 hours. 13. Laser focus, only priorities. 14. Celebration, weekly progress.